You are now listening to the Role Players Podcast.
It's time for the Role Players Podcast with your boy B, Byron, that's me, Mr. Philosophical J, or Justin. It's rare that I call you Justin on the show. That's rare. And none other than the best podcast producer in the land. He's my right-hand man, Mr. I-95 South.
Zoom and zoom in the zoom. Shout out to the TSC fam.
All they want to do is zoom, and a boom, boom. Just shake your rump. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and home of the Role Players, Spreaker. We're not going to waste too much of your time, and I know I did it earlier with that song, but I had a song on my heart, and it seems that the NFL has a song in their heart, too.
And it's produced by
H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy.
For shizzle my nizzle, he's getting down in a fizzle.
I mean, it's just like that. Jay-Z, Rock Nation, has made a deal, a partnership deal, with the NFL, where basically he's gonna kind of assist in scouting musical artists and talent for a different demographic for the NFL that will lend to, hopefully, or translate to more money. That's it. Anytime a partnership is made, it's all about money. It's money. And there's been a ton of backlash for Mr. Jay-Z, Beyonce's hubby. The man that used to be Dame Dash's right-hand man until, well, he put money into that hand and he didn't have room for Jay-Z. Well, Jay-Z didn't have room for Dame.
Yeah, I was going to say Dame was Jay-Z's right hand, because, yeah.
Well, it was actually, Jay-Z was Dame's, but Dame missed the twist. You know how M. Night Shyamalan has the twist in his movie?
Right.
Dame missed the twist. Yeah. He missed it when it flipped and he was Jay-Z's right-hand man. And Jay say, if you want to be on yachts and do big pimping, you can do that. Or if you want to go into the upper echelon, have fun, make money, like money, we could do that too. And Dame was like, nah, I'm kind of good with my MTV Cribs episode. I like stuff like that. And Jay was like, cool. Mm-hmm. Tom Ford. Boom. Terrible album. Hate that Jay-Z album.
Hey, I like Tom Ford though.
Oh, that song go hard. Production on that album was amazing, but not to get off track.
Yeah, because we could go.
Because we could talk miles and miles about Jay-Z, but let's talk about his NFL deal. A lot of people don't like it because they said, "How dare you, Jay-Z, shake hands with the man that wouldn't let Kaepernick take a knee?" The NFL has been against us as people. Us as black people. It's been against us. That's how people feel. The NFL is not rocking with us. And who else to rock with them other than Rock Nation?
Right.
Is social media tripping over that? Like, do they have it twisted? Like, how do y'all feel, man? Is Jay-Z wrong for shaking hands with the man that said, hey, if you want to do that take a knee thing on our great American flag, on our great American pastimes, on our great American traditions, you can keep all of that noise outside of the NFL. They won't let in Kaepernick, but Jay-Z shook his hand.
But I'm trying to understand, what does music artists got to do with the NFL? Is this for Madden games or?
It has everything to do with the NFL. What is a huge part of that Super Bowl?
Music. Halftime show.
The halftime show. What's a big part of NFL and pop culture? Hip-hop. Mm-hmm. Who knows hip-hop and music better than Jay-Z? Jay-Z, Rock Nation, they have a plethora of artists that either they have on the label or they manage. They manage Rihanna.
So, sounds like to me Jay-Z will be bringing these artists on halftime shows in the NFL season.
Well, if it's not just his artists from Rock Nation,
but
he'll find
the people
artists
he have connections with.
He have connections with, and he say, think there'll be a good show, you know. I think they'll do it, you know. I think that's what the deal means.
That sounds like a good move to get more ticket sales. I mean, if you watching a team and then you see that J. Cole or Rihanna will be performing the halftime show, I mean, hey,
How you feel, Jay? Is he wrong? Because you know Eric Reed blasted this dude, and Colin Kaepernick's girlfriend has blasted this dude, and social media has blasted this guy. Jay-Z saying, "Man, you ain't a real one. You fake."
So I got two different sides to this because first of all, I don't like Jay-Z. Let's just put that out there. We know.
Go ahead.
So that's his music.
Yeah, because you going where I want to go.
You going where I want to. I'm going where you want to.
You read my mind.
So and another spin on this is before you can make progress, you have to degress. Break it down, and then progress again.
yeah,
Because America didn't say, the African American community didn't say, we don't want to be in your White House. Let's make a black house. Did we say that?
Nope.
When Obama became president,
Right.
we went right into the White House, right? Regardless of some of the racism that has went on in that White House, regardless of some of our culture, from what we
It's our history.
It's
Yeah.
our history. So in this situation, let me tell you something, man. I bleed red and gold. But Colin Kaepernick ain't in the NFL because he can't play.
Yeah.
It's simple as that, man.
That's the big
That's
thing,
the big
man.
story. It's not because if he was kneeling for the flag and was disrespecting the flag and he could play a little bit, he would still be playing because Eric Reed was a better talent at football and he still played. Yet he was blackballed a little bit. But if Eric Reed was Ed Reed,
Yeah.
he would be playing.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
If Colin Kaepernick, and we know how I feel about Cam Newton. We know that if you listen to this podcast. If Colin Kaepernick was Cam Newton, he'd be in the NFL. He'd be playing today. He'd be playing.
Yeah, because before that kneeling thing happened, his the way he was playing was already on a downward spiral.
He was on thin ice. It was getting treacherous for Mr. Kaepernick.
Yeah, it was.
I told Jay, like he said, he bleeds red and gold. I found it very interesting how Colin Kaepernick started having, I need to sit out this week, or I'm injured this week. I need to have surgery because the doctor said I have a little junk in my knee. I could use the knee scoping. And he would take the surgery. And it was like, I think you're doing this to extend your NFL life because of the way contracts are written. They can't necessarily really cut you or do anything about your guaranteed money because you're on the books. You're injured. You had surgery. But to piggyback off of what Jay was saying, let's break this thing down. First, you have Jay-Z, which a lot of people identify as this hip-hop artist. He's a mogul, the husband of Beyonce. He's put out album after album that's number one. He's moved us from our feet, from our seats. He's done a lot to redefine hip-hop culture. He's probably going to go down as the greatest rapper of all time, if not the greatest rapper, top 5.
Mm-hmm.
This is Jay-Z. Now, what people don't know is Jay-Z is a character. Jay-Z created the character, Jay-Z, based off of other rappers. He knows how to be the sponge in the room. Jay-Z has no problem with going into a room, being the dumbest one in the room. That's something that our culture, our people, we need to learn how to do and set the pride aside. Jay-Z, like I said earlier, he didn't mind saying, dang, we don't always need to be the smartest man in the room. Sometimes we need to be the dumbest because there's knowledge to acquire. Jay-Z, or should I transition, Shawn Carter, he is a businessman of a businessman of a businessman. I love Shawn Carter. Mm-hmm. I don't see a guy in business that does it better than him.
Right.
I think he is the Jordan of business for black people.
That's a very bold statement.
No,
I'm with it.
I agree.
I think he is the Jordan of black people. Let's track a little bit of Shawn Carter's moves. So he went from Rockefeller Records, which he started up with Dame Dash. Dame Dash had money. He had an artist in Jay-Z. Jay-Z was with Rockefeller Records. Jay-Z said he didn't want to sign Kanye West. Dame Dash wanted Kanye West. All right, maybe Jay-Z missed the wagon on that because he wasn't as smart as Dame on that. He left Rockefeller Records, started his own record label in Roc Nation. When he got on Roc Nation, he started looking for artists. And ding, 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 he said, I won't miss the boat on another artist. Kanye is my brother. Kanye and I can do work. Kanye can be under Rockefeller. I can be under Roc Nation. But I can still mentor Kanye. I have Beyonce as a counterpart. I'm going to manage Rihanna. He had 3 of the biggest names in music in his back pocket.
Yep.
Not
Money.
including Rockefeller.
Not including Rockefeller. He pretty much took the branding that he did with Dame Dash and made it into a new name. Rockefeller, Roc Nation. Sound more appealing to the masses to me.
Yeah, Roc Nation, as in the TRP Nation that's listening now.
Keep on listening because I got more for you. He went from that to managing artists. So Jay-Z said, well, gee whiz, I know that I'm fading in my career and record sales aren't what they are anymore.
Right.
How the hell am I going to sell 1 million records and I'm not even pushing music like that anymore? Ding, ding, ding. He made a deal with Sprint, Samsung. Jay-Z basically sold 1 million of his digital copies to Sprint as, hey, if you got a Sprint phone, Samsung phone, you can download the Magna Carta free. But it wasn't free. For Sprint, they already bought 1 million records. Ding, ding, ding. He's already platinum before a record drop. Money.
I like this.
Jay-Z then said, well, damn, I've been managing artists. What's different from managing artists from athletes? Robinson Cano, one of the biggest names in Major League Baseball. He said, damn, I'm going to be a free agent. I want to be represented by somebody that's going to make me money, get me money, and keep the money flowing. Jay-Z said, well, you know what? I am the owner or a partial owner of the Brooklyn Nets. Might I add, I'm going to backtrack to that deal.
Right.
But I am a partial owner of the Brooklyn Nets. I can't represent players if I'm an owner of a team. Fuck it. I'm not going to be like Nelly and hold on to my Bobcat Hornet share. I'm going to let that share go, and I'm going to manage a player. Robinson Cano signed with the Seattle Mariners for what, a $250 million deal?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe close to $300 million? Ding, ding, ding. Money. If you're an agent and you're getting a percentage of 200 plus million guaranteed, a percentage, people. Jay-Z got millions for saying, oh yeah, Robinson Cano's with me. That's about it. Bank. Bank on top of bank. Go back to the Brooklyn Nets deal. He basically got some ownership with the Brooklyn Nets. Everyone in society said, oh yeah, he's the owner of the Brooklyn Nets. No. He just had shares in the Brooklyn Nets. But he had an influence on taking the New Jersey Nets away from a whole city and moved them to Brooklyn, where Jay-Z is from. Ding, ding, ding. Money, money, money. And then he said, hey, I'm going to give them a look that's going to be designed by Roc Nation Apparel. Ding, ding, ding. He's making money on his money.
That's where the black and white uniforms came from.
It's Roc Nation. It's Rockefeller gear. He influenced the design. Jay-Z is a mogul for a reason. Where the money goes, Jay-Z goes. He made a deal with the NFL because the NFL said, hey, we've been in a funk, we've been in hot water, haven't had an electrifying entertainment expo or performance since Justin Timberlake pulled Janet's boob out of her wardrobe. Haven't had a good performance since then. We need a guy that the people look to. They love you. They adore you. They believe in you. And they got Jay-Z. Who else could they have gotten other than Jay-Z that people would say, oh man, I'm mad that he signed on with him. Are you mad or are you fake mad? Because I bet you'll be entertained by that halftime show. And I bet Jay-Z, or should I say, Shawn Carter, is going to make a lot of people tune into this halftime show. And it's going to pour in numbers upon numbers.
And then imagine when the cable lets you watch the halftime show in your TV. That's just like how it was in college, the marching band. People came to see the game, but they really came to see the halftime show.
But I'm gonna one up you guys even more.
Come on, one up.
I'm gonna one up you guys. What if this could be the first stage of getting Colin Kaepernick back into the NFL?
What if it is?
It could be.
That's why I say before you can move forward, you have to tear down the process. The old way wasn't the good way, right?
Right.
To rebuild the new way.
Yeah, you got to get your foot in the door first. And to piggyback what Jay's saying, it's like, okay, so let's say 2-3 years down the road, Jay-Z done made the NFL a whole lot of money with the artists and the halftime shows, Super Bowl shows off the chain. So he sit down with Roger Goodell and say, hey, look, I think Colin Kaepernick should play.
Not only Colin Kaepernick, but what if he say, you know what, from my humble beginnings and look where I'm at now today, what if we should be a little lenient on the way these young guys get suspended on certain situations?
Yeah, because
you don't know, because a lot of guys' careers has gone up in flames just because of one mistake.
Yeah.
And you know, Jay, I'm glad you put that spin on it because, look, how often do we say, like what you said with Barack Obama, we have one of our own in a position to influence and make a change? Is Jay-Z not doing that? Don't we want a voice in the room with Roger Goodell?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be damned. It's Jay-Z.
I mean, but you know how we are, man. We get fake mad about any and everything, man.
That's because, and if you're thinking like this, you may be offended, but you gotta think different because that's what Jay-Z did. We think small. You're thinking small-minded. You're thinking within a box. That's within a box. That's within a box. Money makes this world go round. How do you think number 45 got in the White House? It's money.
Yeah.
Cardi B made a song. Money.
But
It's all about the money.
Most importantly, man, I remember when they Bob McNair.
Bob McNair, bro.
He said you can't have the inmates running the asylum, correct?
Exactly.
Now one of the inmates has a voice in running the asylum. So if you're saying he betrayed Kaepernick, maybe he didn't. And Jay-Z had a lot of wise words. I've never heard this Jay-Z, but again, Jay-Z doesn't mind being the dumb one in the room. He's learned how to speak. He's learned how to move. Jay-Z, when speaking on this whole deal and the backlash that he's gotten from social media, quote unquote, he said, well, everyone's talking about I backstabbed Colin Kaepernick. I'm the reason why Colin Kaepernick isn't playing because I shook the hand with the man that wouldn't let him get up from his knee or wanted him up from his knee. Jay-Z said, hey, look, I think we're forgetting that the whole stand that Kaepernick and other players took on the NFL, it was not about Kaepernick not being on a team. It was about the social injustice that we were receiving from the NFL. It's about the social injustice we as people receive on the daily. He said, so are we focused on Colin Kaepernick not having a job,
are we focused on the social injustices that black athletes have in sports, in professional sports, in high school sports, in college sports, and even Pop Warner sports? It goes everywhere. So are we focused on one man out of millions, or are we focused on the millions of men and women that contains the one man?
I just seriously hope, you know what I'm saying? And then we can move on. I just seriously hope, because I come from both sides of the fence, man. And Byron can attest to that. We was raised to know both sides of the fence. Mm-hmm. But I seriously, when I lay down tonight, I'm going to say a little prayer. I seriously hope Colin Kaepernick and the world gets to see him another time in the NFL.
Just once.
Because you might just get what you asked for.
You might.
And what I'm saying is, he never was that great in the quarterback. Yeah. Me being a guy who watched almost every single snap this guy took correctly.
Yeah.
In the NFL. He never really was that great in the quarterback room. So be careful what you ask for, because if you get it, it may not be exactly what you thought it was, and they may say, well, that's why the hell he wasn't playing. Seriously.
Jay, as much as I want to agree with you, you know what the argument is going to be if he comes back and he's ineffective. It's going to be, oh, well, I mean, you keep him out of the league for 3, 4, 5 years, and that's what he get. He ain't been playing. He ain't been doing this.
But Vic didn't play. He came right back in and was effective.
He was effective. Now, he may not have been Michael Vick of Atlanta, but he was an NFL quarterback that you said, hey, he deserves a roster spot until that fateful day where you realized he didn't deserve a spot anymore. Because there's tons of guys out there in the world, in America, that are tremendous athletes. Mm-hmm. But only 53 guys dress up for the game, man. You have 10 practice squad, 63 to your name. At the most, every NFL team has about 75 guys under them. That's 32 teams. That's not a lot of guys, people. It's not a lot of guys. And it's a lot of guys that's out of the game. So, before you tear up Jay-Z, learn about Shawn Carter. Learn about business moves, because thanks to Harvey Levin over at TMZ, one of the greatest creations plug since news and entertainment has come along, they just broke the story 2 hours ago. And Clay Travis had a guest on his show this morning that was talking about this story that I'm getting ready to release to you if you don't know it. But the big nugget of this all, it's not about Jay-Z only finding talent for these performances, but it's about Jay-Z becoming an NFL owner. That's what the whole shebang is about. Jay-Z wants in on the NFL. Do you know how much money NFL teams make? Do you know how much money NFL owners make?
And whatever the money is, Mr. P. Diddy Combs couldn't afford to get in. Talking about the South Carolina Panthers.
His money wasn't long enough talking about the South Carolina Panthers. So P. Diddy, you still in the basement with Allen.
So that's why I say, and here again, I'm a man of business, 100%. I don't like Jay-Z's music, but business-wise, you can't knock what he does. Mm-hmm. So before you can make change, you have to have a voice in the room.
You got to have a voice.
That's it. You gotta have a voice in the room. And to be honest with you, that was when the NBA started faltering, and it was like, well, what is next after the Jordan era? And then the NBA got a couple voices in the room.
Jay-Z.
And it changed. Bob Johnson was the first African-American owner.
Yeah.
The Charlotte Bobcats. And things started changing in the NBA. And he was like, wow. So
if it wasn't for Jay-Z, Nelly couldn't have got his share.
That's true. And then, when the Clippers had that incident about the racial remarks, the NBA had a voice in the room.
Yeah, it mattered. Voice.
So you got to have a voice in the room to make changes. And let's just call it what it is. it's time for some minority faces in the NFL. They're the only league that really doesn't have them. Out of the major 3 sports,
This is
they're
true.
the only league that doesn't have them, and it's time to make a change. And that could be Jay-Z could own a team, and Colin Kaepernick is his opening day quarterback. So then, what they're gonna say?
Wow, and you just dropped a mind bomb on me because I see it, but I never pay that much attention to it because I don't really be caring about who owns the team or whatever. But I think the only non-white owner in the NFL, correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, and is Shad Khan for the Jaguars.
Yeah.
The rest of them are Caucasian.
Mr. Mustache.
Yeah, the mustachio. But
Mustachio.
we saw that mustache live.
Yeah, we did.
Well,
We
that
saw
thing
live
not
in
glory.
color.
That thing is beautiful, man. It is beautiful.
That mustache got its own theme song, man.
Man, that mustache. I am sure when Shad Khan's children got out of line, that mustache was Pootie Tang Daddy's belt.
The Phantom Belt.
It just...
It was.
Right.
It's me, Monty. But yeah, man, let's get a voice in the room before we bash Jay-Z and say what he can or how wrong he is for shaking the hands with Roger Goodell. Let's get a voice in the room because within the next 2 years, I believe is what the article said, Jay-Z is gonna be part owner, if not full owner, of an NFL franchise. We're breaking ground, people. We're changing the moves and the track that's been laid out in the NFL. We're getting a breakthrough.
These overly woke people, man, I swear.
It's all social media. It's all driven by social media. Eric Reed, Colin Kaepernick, whomever is having a problem with Jay-Z, just get a guy a chance. I don't even like Jay-Z. I'm in the same boat as Jay. No Z. I'm in the same boat. I'm not a big Jay-Z fan, but Shawn Carter, he gets my vote any day.
And then they're gonna be thanking him down the road. Oh man, Jay-Z did it. No, he was whack, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was whack, remember?
Yeah. What if Jay-Z is the man that makes it possible for running backs to get paid in the NFL? Then who's gonna shut up?
We know you're not gonna make it possible.
I'm never gonna make it possible. I will get off of my role player throne and leave the lair and look at Shawn Carter and say, Shawn, you're making a bad move. Okay? But I'm glad you're the voice in the room. So therefore, have at it, guy. Jay-Z, this episode is for you. You're getting a whole episode full of, hey, guy. I can't debate it. I don't even want to debate it. I'm giving him a voice in the room. I'm giving him a chance. We're giving him a chance. If you're TRP Nation, let's just go ahead and say we're giving him a chance.
Yeah.
Well, we've had our chance and we've had your time. It's been a great episode. It's me, your boy B, Philosophical J, and I-95 South.
Zoom.
Mr. E. And the E is for electrifying, if you didn't know.
You damn right.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, which is home of Role Players, and iHeartRadio. Don't forget to find us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Get out there, talk to us. TRP Nation, man. Share this episode because this is something that you probably don't hear a lot of from us. We gave a lot of opinion tonight. And it's something fresh, something new. It's a different direction, or I guess a new wave.
There you go.
That we're on. Go ahead, share it, like it, tag it, post it, do whatever you want with it. But most of all, enjoy it, and we love you just like, hopefully you love us. We're going to go ahead and close this thing out. I guess you could throw your diamonds in the sky if you're feeling it right.
Hey, it's The Rock.
Diamonds are forever, and so is The Rock. We're out.